Yabbers Mac here. Yabbers Mac Holdings, your professional cave troll. We got our screens locked in, sitting in front of the NASDAQ. Got everything dialed in, taking a few practice trades to kind of oil the bones, make sure everything's lined out. This is not a signals class. This is for educational purposes, educational and fun time. Don't do this at home. You need at least 100, 200 hours of screen time to have any idea of what you're doing, any idea. And you'll need thousands of screen time hours to ever come out on the right side of the market consistently. These markets don't care. They will take everything you have. They will pull your bones out of your body and leave your body as just a pile of goo on the ground. You won't even know what happened. It'll take you a few minutes to even figure out you got hit. So don't do it. I've taken a few practice trades, been back and forth, goofing off. Wrist is going to be open this morning. I'm going to be swinging a little bit bigger. Got to be right. Going to give myself 3 trades for this account for the day. 3 trades. Got to make them count. Got all day to trade. Don't need to make it all at once. Going to slide in about 20 minutes to Topstep opening call. Get a read on the market. See what's going on. See if there's any circuit breakers I need to know about. News. Hear what they got to say. Say good morning to them. We'll get through that, and then we'll roll over into some good music, and we'll scalp. And it is what it is. I may talk, I may not. I may point some things out, I may not. We may have to wait, because I'm going to be looking for very particular trades. Got to make these trades count. I got 3 of them. I got my risk is opened to $1,500 for a $500 pop. You'll see how that works here in a bit. If you've been watching these videos, you'll get an idea how that works. Once that's done, win or lose, I'll be locked out of that account, of this account, for the rest of the day. Win or lose, 3 trades. Best case scenario, $1,500. Worst case scenario, $4,500 in the hole. But there's no way I'll let my stop losses get triggered. That's just a stopgap to keep me from blowing the account. It gives me room to play with. I play within those brackets. That's my leverage area. You may even see me close that risk as soon as I possibly can. I've got a little go fuck yourself button on my keyboard that I can hit, and it will break even immediately. Let's go to P&L. Let's go over here to P&L on the Combine account right here. All right, here we are. Let's go to P&L. We're down $301.52. If you remember these videos, I was swinging real small, practicing to do what I'm doing right now, taking little small $30 pulls, $50 pulls, $60, $70 pulls, ever so often a $100 pull. Then I had I had 1, 2, 3 really bad days, leveled out, and now I'm back on the upcome. Still got a pretty good, anything over, I mean, there's guys that make money with 30, 40%. I got to get things dialed in. I got to be right. No trades today. 297 total trades in the account. Total lots, because I'm trading multiple lots, but now that I've stepped down to the minis, I'm not trading as many lots. Average trade duration is 56 seconds. I'm a scalper. I'm in out. Doing really good here. Had a really rough end of the last trading week there. Just trading some serious fucking emotions. I'm on the curve. I locked myself out right here to protect this curve. I didn't want to see this go back down this way, so I'm protecting that curve, and I should be able to get out of that today. ACH though, anything can happen. This is the really 11-day heater, man. 11-day heater. And then I just tanked last week, put it all back. And now I am on the mend. I really overtraded in there. Look at that, 97 trades, 25 trades. This is where I want to be, 3 trades. Fucking hurt, dude. Pain. But this is part of trading. If you can't deal with some red ink, you don't need to be in the markets. All right, P&L recap done. Let's go over here and make sure we're set for 3 trades. What the hell? All right, global risk settings, profitable risk 15.5, account risk setting $1,000 a day. Let's go ahead and make that 1,500. Liquidate 3 trades for the day. All right, we're set there. You want to try to make sure all these things are set before you go in. That's why you do practice trades before you do anything, because you know how it is, or you're looking at so much different shit, you're liable to have missed something. You're in the wrong account somewhere. A screen's not locked in and dialed in under the right code. Something's not right. So you've got to take a couple practice trades. It also lets you get an idea how you're going to be trading today. It gives you a few minutes to kind of soak in the market and get lined out with it. All right, I think we're locked. We're set. But we are not ready to trade this account yet. We're probably not going to do that until after New York Open. So we're going to keep the juice running here in the practice account. Topstep will be on here in about 15 minutes. Opening call, we'll get to see what the markets are doing, what's going on, what's the pulse, any news or anything we need to know about going into the open. Market volatility has been so insane. There's these things called circuit breakers that are put in by the futures markets to stop and halt all trading when things are going so crazy that they're like, oh fuck, pull the plug. Investors are freaking out, but us day traders, we're like, holy shit, give us more, give us more. If you remember yesterday morning, the ATR was at 70. We're half that right now. So that means right now, the average candle width on a 3-minute candle is 37.25 points. That means that thing can whip almost 40 points inside one candle. That's account liquidation right there. We just riding, just looking, just watching. Not in a hurry to do anything. We're dialed in, got all our screens locked in, looking at, we did make a change on our watch list. Looking at the ES, we are in the minis now. We're not trading the micros anymore right now. So we've upped the game. We're looking at the S&P right here. I also changed my cursor so you can see which thing I'm pointing at, and it's not pointing across the whole screen. All right, let's go ahead and open it up. We got the S&P 500 right here. Everything on the up right now except for cattle and hogs. I've got gold, got silver, platinum. Looking at crude oil right here. Looking at micro Bitcoin. This is made a change. I no longer have the Dow or the Russell 2000 on my watch screens. I have put in live cattle and lean hogs. And I am doing that because I am from South Texas, and just because. We're going to trade some cattle and some hogs, man. Just chilling. Got all day to trade, don't need to make it all right now. I think I'm going to come over here. Let's look at the daily. Do a little more dialing in here. Let's get the daily up. That's where it's at, right there. That's the fucking right there. It's right there too. It is right on there. So, boom, daily. That's a sweet level right there. It's really a range, really down to about right here. Yeah, right there. And I'm going to use lines instead of putting a range in there. We're going to put it right about there. Oh shit, I had it dialed too. Right there. I'm not going to put a bunch of these on. I've been trading fairly naked price action, and I'm okay with that. You know what? It's got a lot to get through. Yeah, we're gonna do that right there. These are all daily, tight daily runs, man. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do it. This is gonna be some hardcore action, I think, today. I typically wouldn't. But for this purpose, I think we will. If we get down that far, dude, circuit breaker's gonna trip for sure. Yeah, we get down there, circuit breaker's gonna trip. No way. There's no way circuit breaker doesn't trip if we go down that far. Alright, we're gonna call that what it is. And then we're gonna call this one right here. I think we'll call it right there. I don't know, dude. That's a hard one to call. Right there. Alright, now let's go the hourly. Get ourselves some more data in there. We had a little bit of kerfuffle right in there. There's some kerfuffle. Kerfuffle. We're gonna call it kerfuffle right in there. Kerfuffle. I did not coin that phrase. A little kerfuffle. Kerfuffle sauce. And for the sake of cleanness, I'm going to leave the hourly fire buttons off on this chart. I'm going to look for one more right there. Right in there. Yeah, right in there. I'll do it. Yeah, we're going to call that. I don't want to get it too much more. Let's go hourly. Okay, now we want to take this back to the 3-minute chart. And we are going to reset it, drop it, open it. Oh, we need to, that's such an extension. All right, let's go ahead and, there we go. All right, let's go ahead and get as much data as we can on there and still see things, right? I really want that on there is what I want. All right, we'll call that what it is right there for right now. Just so we can get an idea of what it's going to do. Stop top step income in about 5 minutes. Oh, I got glare on the TV screen. I got to go change that. Be right back. All right, we are in. Let's see what's going on here. Let's go over. They're going to be going straight to gold, so I'm going to pull gold up, take a look at it. Holding above 3, even in its fluctuations to all-time high. It's staying between 3,000 and gold is just insane. There's so much gold, physical gold coming in this country right now. It's just fucking insane, dude. Trump's building a financial fucking shield wall around America, dude. He's ripping the fucking power away from the Federal Reserve and putting it back in the U.S. Treasury. Monumental, dude. It's why they wanted to kill him. It's the whole reason they wanted him dead.
They have some heavy-ass contracts in NASDAQ.
Yeah, it's because it was down at circuit breakers, all-time fucking low. Well, not all-time lows, but
in the short, there's like thousands of contracts sitting in the 5100s.
that's big money trying to get the fuck out. That's big panicking money trying to say, holy fuck, get me out of here. That's somebody that's been holding multi-billions of dollars that's like, fuck, I'm out. Hell, it could be short profit taking too. Well, no, they'd be selling. They'd be reversing the other way. All right, let's switch on over to Topstep TV. Let's get that shut down. Move over to Topstep. Yeah, right on time, baby, right on time. Say good morning. Hit the like button. Throw some share up. Show some love. Oh, look at all them likes go up. Yeah, boy. They just going. I'm watching this right here. You can't help but fucking see it. Look at that. I don't think that's correct as this is correct. Oh, interesting. All right. We will not be taking any, we'll be in practice account for opening call. Maybe opening range on Golden Crude, but probably not till after New York Bell. Alright, what's that ATR at? Yeah, we want to be righteous with that ATR. We're up to, no way. Something ain't right. Alright, this is why we do practice. What the fuck? Alright, let's get rid of that. Let's go back in. Average true range. There we go. Wow, what the fuck? How are we? The market clear out all of a sudden? That's odd.
I'm the dude, man.
Hey, hello, dude
Oh, I
and
see what it
dudettes.
is.
Welcome to Topstep TV. This is opening call, and hey, only on Topstep TV has the biggest and best names in the trading world on this show. And take a look who we got here sitting with us today. Good morning, gents. We got the Hogue, we got JD, we got Coach J, and we're going to be taking a look here at possible gold opportunity. I'm going to pass this to JD, and JD, what are you seeing?
Good morning, Eddie. We're
We're looking at
got
gold
into the
right
market
now
on
on the
short
screen
side
in
gold
front of you.
opening range trade. Opening range in gold, we were looking at the 1 minute high was 30.29.30, low at 30.25.20. House count is currently short.
I'm in.
Order filled.
I'm in.
A little bit of slippage on our entry there.
I got in late.
House count
I was a
is
laggard
short.
to this ball game.
Open the day. Short one
Practice
gold
account.
contract 30.24.90. We're gonna
Looking for a scout.
put
Quick
our
money.
CYA in right now. 50 ticks of risk on this trade. Another wide opening range in gold. Hogue, Coach J,
I'm gonna take money quick on
40,
this.
50 ticks opening ranges in gold last couple days.
Yeah.
Actually, Friday we had like a 70 tick opening range, didn't we? 65 tick opening range in gold.
Yes.
So opening range is getting wider and wider, but so we're only trading one lot just because of the expanded risk on these.
Anything over 2, I'm
But
taking.
We are short.
Got it.
What do you think of the short
filled.
right now, guys? Any opinions on it? And good morning to everybody. Good morning.
Good morning. You too, JD.
Hit the
Good
ground
morning.
running.
Coming out swinging is the way we do it now.
You're gonna have to hang on. I've taken you out like 30 times, man. You wait until it's game
Big
time. Why do you
overnight-
wait till it's game time?
Overnight trend was to the upside. We've got long overnight inventory. We've rejected the initial balance from yesterday. I don't hate it, but the trend from the overnight is to the upside.
I got 140 off of it.
Yep.
Practice count, that is.
Seems like a see money, take money type of situation. Got the
I saw
volume
money.
under
I took
control
money.
from yesterday. 30-20. There was some.
I think we're about to
size
bounce.
orders, like
To be honest with you.
30-18, there was some size traded. 30-15, there was some size traded. So there was some.
Right off that
trying to
VWAP.
Figure out if it was buys, sells. I mean, Delta
I think it's
is
going to
pretty
bounce
much
off the VWAP.
flat on all of those bigger numbers. Looks like possibly some growler orders there, so it's very difficult to understand which side. Yesterday we had a trend day to the downside, and we added 8,000 in open interest. That's the first add in open interest in about 3 days now. It's just been mostly long liquidation. Now we're starting to see yesterday some new shorts coming into this market. If those shorts aren't comfortable being short, that could be
Pop.
that could be
Pop
that could be
to the
good
upside.
But overnight inventory is working for us right now, JD. So
Yep.
see what happens here.
Tilt's pretty flat. We got 50-50 in the tilt right now, so no help on a signal from there. Coach Jay, what are you thinking in gold right now?
I like it. I like this short. Overnight VWAP is at 30.18, so I would start thinking position management around there. I know we're only in a one lot, so I would think, if I was in multiples, probably taking one off at that overnight VWAP. But I think what we can do is, if you want to see if this has the potential to sell through that VWAP, just trail your stop once we get around that 30.18 area. And that's kind of where Hogue was talking about all those orders getting filled. So I think start thinking position management near that VWAP. Looks good so far, though.
Sounds good.
We got
So far, so good. Yeah, we're just about
Got
1 to 1 R on this. So
volume point of control right now. We just got that within a tick or two.
I think you should already be dumping that. Take the money, get out.
Kind of liking the momentum speed down here.
I get it. I
Real thin.
understand
Real
it.
thin. Haven't
It's just
seen-
so thin.
It is very thin.
gold
Not
dome
even
has
trading.
been thin
Not even
the
trading
last
every
couple
price.
days.
JD.
Yeah.
See money, take money.
18s.
See money, take.
I'd pull your stop now to 21
Take
half maybe, so we
money.
can take something. Because if it bounces off of VWAP, it could be a pretty strong bounce, and go right back up. What do you guys think? I know
I
you
already
can.
moved the stop. Yeah.
Okay.
As Hogue alluded to, see money, take money, possibly see money, take money type of trade in gold this morning. So yeah, we did adjust our stop. For a 35 tick profit.
Take it.
But we're still sitting at 1 to 1 R right now. So we'll let this one play out a little more.
Let it
No
cook.
7:30 numbers this morning. But Eddie, what do we have? Oh, we just got tagged on our stop. Let's count up 337. Little slippage on our stop there. Couple ticks of slippage getting out. Let's count up
It's not bad for
337.
5 minutes of work.
Shit,
Not
no.
bad at all.
All day
Hear that,
long.
Jay?
All day
5
long.
minutes of work.
Well, JD, you know what? Coming up at around 7:55, we got that red book coming out here. Also, there's going to be a lot of speakers here today. Not necessarily from the Fed, but from around the world here. That's on the list here. We do have a 12 o'clock White House press briefing. 12 o'clock, also 3-year note auction. 1 o'clock, Daly's going to be speaking. 2 o'clock, Trump signed some more executive orders on energy. And we got our API a little later on in the afternoon. But otherwise, well, we're on our own today, JD.
That's fine. That's the way we like it, right, Eddie? Headline risk on, as per usual, these last few weeks. Make sure you have one eye on the news, one eye on your charts, one eye on the market. You never know when a rogue headline is going to slip past the net. And
Oh my goodness. Just like yesterday. And it's good to see that
happened.
gold recovered. We got that 1% back. Back above 3,000, but we'll see how we can play from there.
we might be seeing just a little shift, a little flight to quality. We saw the largest one-day swing in Dow Jones history yesterday. Almost 2,600 point swing from low
Crazy.
to high. And then we see positive open interest with the down move in gold. So
These are the professional
Possibly a
boys
little-
here. They come
like I
out of the
said, maybe a
they
little
come out of the
flight to
pits in
quality
Chicago Stock Exchange.
we will be
It is.
taking a look
Especially
at the
those
crude
two
oil
boys
opening
up
range
top
trade
there.
at the top of the hour, 8 o'clock a.m. Central.
That's
Time.
100 years of experience right there alone. Is just
Or
those two
Valkyries
guys.
announcing
Absolutely
gold.
huge range in the Dow yesterday.
Huge, largest single
Absolutely.
intraday range ever, largest in history. We were there
I
for
think
it.
I remember when it was trading 2,000. That would have been entire. That would have gone to zero.
Largest ever.
Yeah,
Ever.
high to low move was about 7%, and if we remember how it happened, right, that 7% happened in about 30 minutes,
Yep.
which is pretty crazy to think about.
How many Dow traders we got in the chat?
Hmm.
How was your day yesterday trading the Dow? You were in there. We don't need a poll. Just sound off in the chat. How'd it go? We had our eyes on the Dow. We didn't place any Dow trades though.
Speaking of chat, Chubb's the first one in there winning the prize this morning. Then Anastasio, Gideon, and Trader is always in the morning. Good morning, everybody. Tim C, Yabbersmack, Matthew, Raj, Adrian, Billy Joe, the Stickman.
Hey,
Yabber, that's me, baby.
Everybody.
This is my team right here. It's my team
Looks
right
like our
here.
gold exit has been validated.
Take money.
See money, take money. Good call on that stop, Coach Jay. Thank you. Saved us a little dough. A little dough in our pockets, I should say. Nice little cushion for the house account going into the crude oil open. Seeing some decent buying coming in gold right now.
Right off of that overnight view up, are we we're going to continue to see the trend to new all-time highs, right? Gold sold off a couple of days. We got to pull back to the 50 moving average on the daily, and this is where we've seen it bounce before, right? That kind of dynamic support, that 50 moving average in a trending market. Right now it's at 29.93. Was the low of the session so far, and this could be the next
With
leg
an
up.
increase in open interest, we may have trapped some shorts down there.
Interesting. Yeah, we had a pretty heavy volume to the downside on the last 3 days. I know we were talking about, selling gold to maybe cover some margin calls and things like that, but if the equities are found a bottom, maybe gold did on this move as well and can continue back up.
Yeah, those 3 down bars there in an uptrend. Keep that in mind. And we lost about 25,000 in open interest on those 3 days. That's long liquidation, my friends. Long liquidation. If you're selling, if you are getting out of a position and that position is long, you have to sell. And that takes that selling power away from the market. Now we've seen some new selling coming into the gold. Couldn't quite get to the weekly kickoff level of 29.53 yesterday. And perhaps we've trapped some of those new shorts down in the hole there. So overnight inventory is long. That's working in their favor. Just a good see money, take money trade this morning.
Excellent.
Bless you.
That's how we like to
Make
start
some
the
money.
day. Nice little cushion. Build some confidence.
My son over there
All
trading
right,
at his
again, we're
trading
gonna take a
station
look at that,
in the
crude oil
trading
price by the
office.
hour. Eddie, you got a couple news stories for us? What happened overnight?
Couple.
Special.
Well, U.S. stock futures pointed higher. It's after a bout of heavy volatility in the prior session as we know it. Uncertainty lingered around the future trajectory of Trump's tariff agenda. We did see the Dow gain 790 points, or 2.1%. S&P increased by 93, and the NASDAQ 302 on the day there. So have that. Also, Monday, the report eventually deemed to be false, fake news. The Trump administration was considering a reprieve from the tariffs. The White House later doubled down on the policy, although stocks were largely able to weather the swift flow of news and rumors. Blue chip Dow benchmark 500 finished modestly lower following the roller coaster trading activity. We did see the NASDAQ edge up by 0.1%, and the tariff-fueled swings in stocks led to a surge in the VIX, widely known as Wall Street's fear gauge. Levels not to be seen since the COVID-19 pandemic sparked the sell-off in March 2020. Also today, U.S. Representative Greer is due to tell Senate Finance Committee that there has been an approach by almost 50 countries asking to discuss Trump's sweeping tariffs, according to media reports. Now, in a written testimony, several of these countries, like Argentina, Vietnam, Israel, have suggested they bring down their tariffs and non-tariff barriers. This is a report from Reuters. And boy, yesterday, I tell you, if you were stuck around for the market on close yesterday, boy, we had a good time with that one. That was just circus rodeo. And hopefully we have a little controlling markets today. But otherwise, that's all I've got right now here. I'm going to pass this back to JD.
Thank you, Eddie. Yeah, those MOC numbers yesterday on the close were they were fluctuating.
Giddy
They were
up.
up, they were down. Couple billion to sell, flip to buy, flip to sell, flip to buy. Equities ended up
couldn't
railing
keep up.
on the close too.
I could not keep up.
You did a good job though, Eddie.
Thank you.
It's it all.
Thank you, man. Cheers.
All right, seeing a little more strength in gold right now. We are out of that trade though. Oh, Coach Jay, what do you say we get into some charts?
Yeah, let's
What
look
did
at
Roy
let's
look?
look at some charts.
How's it looking today? What are the oracles
Alrighty.
saying?
You want to go on my chart here? I'm starting with the weekly. Looks like all right. There we go.
I might reshort it
We
back
did
down
test
into the
down that
VWAP.
200 session moving average. Jay was pointing out. We tested down to it. We've got, and then again, this is the weekly chart. The week isn't over, but it does appear to be creating a degree of excess below the weekly kickoff low, 49.88. When we see an auction die, quite often it dies in excess. We can see this weekly downside auction with deep excess on the low on the weekly chart. So what are we looking at here?
I'm looking at reshorting that gold back down into
seeing
the
that
VWAP,
rejection
just
below
waiting
that
for it.
200
Show me,
session
don't tell
moving
me.
average on that weekly chart is, I think, probably one of the biggest factors that we're seeing so far this week. It is only Tuesday. Only Tuesday. Wow. All right. So here's the daily. And Jay, if there's anything you want to chime in on any of this, please just let me know.
Sure.
So we didn't quite get to 25% off the all-time high in the S&Ps. On the daily chart, we have that degree of excess. The market looked lower, tested to the 5% below the 5% threshold yesterday, and then we found buyers in very big ranges, very big initial balances in both of these markets, in the S&P and in the NASDAQ. We're showing a degree of excess below this 20% off the all-time high. We're back above last week's low. The news, it's mostly news driven, of course, where everybody's worried about the tariffs. Seems like a lot of countries are coming to bargain. They're coming to do the deal, which is a good thing. As much uncertainty as we can take out of these markets, the better off we're going to be. So the daily looking, like we're heading to the upside. Take a look at the 30. Jay, we have overnight inventory to the long side. Look at the huge initial balance in the S&Ps yesterday. I mean, just gigantic.
That 30-minute candle, where that huge wick at the top, right, where we saw the markets, all of the markets really turn around. That was that initial balance.
Just gigantic.
Yep.
All right, overnight inventory. What do we have?
All right, I'm gonna go walk
the
my dog
open.
again before things get crazy.
That's
I'll
nice.
be back.
We are here. We are holding overnight inventory to the long side, possibly rejecting value from yesterday. On this platform, I'm seeing value high at around 51.35.
Oh,
or
I've had my disclaimers on the whole
51.34
fucking
value
time.
high. So overnight inventory is long.
I'm bad about that.
Reject below. We have excess on the low. We also have excess on the high yesterday. We do have some weaker structure above this market, which could be targeted if this thing does turn around. We've got the gap from a couple of days ago. That gap is 53.13 up to 54.28. We've got the spike base from back here on the 3rd of April, 54.44 and a quarter. There's an afternoon pullback high, 55.24 half that I'll be looking at.
All right, I'm in.
Order filled. Yes. Yet another gap up to this
Order filled
range up here, which takes us basically up to
$200.
the high. If we're gonna keep pushing higher, that is those are visual targets, and that spike base, that afternoon pullback high, while they seem obscure as far as levels are concerned, if you head that way. Watch.
Damn near
watch
days
price
paid.
action
A second.
around them. There's usually some sort of reaction or for some sort of opportunity
Go
there, at
fuck
the very
yourself.
least, to limit risk. And what we talk about here in the opening call is limiting risk. We're always talking about context. Context, well, we saw a little bit of a possible excess low here.
Don't be a nerd.
What do we see
Nerd.
as far as open interest is concerned? Value overlapping to lower yesterday, and with an increase of 69,000 contracts in open interest. How much open interest is that over the last couple sessions? So that's 140,000, including the day before, and almost 200,000 contracts in open interest on this push to the downside. Starting here, 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 and here, adding 200,000 in open interest. That is a lot of open interest. That is a lot of new selling, new shorts coming into this market. If those shorts start to get wind that we're going to be making some deals here, all those shorts are going to have to bail. And
They're going to be like,
to
fuck
bail
them
out.
out.
Jay, what are your thoughts?
And I'm going to take a momentum trade.
I think we saw
to the
yesterday,
North Pole.
Any kind of sign of good news, it was, hey, let's get out of here. And maybe it's not new buying, but if I'm short this entire time, the thesis for that short has to include that bad news, right? So once that bad news is out of the door, or we start to get some good news, everybody rushes to try to get out of those positions, and then at that point, there are no passive sellers, right? And that's why we get that 10% swing in the Nasdaq that we saw, or in the S&Ps as well.
Professional right
what
there.
I'm looking at here, Hogue, we talked about that initial balance. I'm looking at a couple of different levels here, and I'll go down to the 3-minute chart really quick. This is the highest volume. After that push up, the highest volume that we had on the 3-minute chart was kind of in this zone, 51.46 up to 52.85. Pretty big zone. And so far in the overnight session, we've accepted price back inside of that, right? The lower end of it started to act as a support. So the target from there would be the 50% of it. If this 50% acts as a support now, which is around 52.15, I'm giving it, down to that 5200 area. Then I'm looking for the rotation back up to 52.85. Why is that 52.85 significant? Last Friday, where we had China increasing tariffs on the U.S., right? China's response. That's this zone here, right? So that started Friday's sell-off, 52.85 at the low, 5400s at the high. And if we go out to a 30-minute candle, we can see that this 5 a.m. Friday morning, 5 a.m. Central Friday morning, that was that retaliation there, right? And that started our sell-off. We haven't traded back through this imbalance since it happened. So a couple areas, right? 52.15, 5200 to 52.15 needs to hold. If that holds, we trade back up to 52.85, and then the question is, do we accept back inside this range? We can see yesterday's spike, as crazy as that was, exactly where it stopped, right? The low of that retaliation headline from China, right? To the tick, right? The market goes up almost 9% from the low and stops to the tick at that area. Whoever sold there is continuing to sell there, and if they don't step out of the way, then it's going to be hard to get through that level.
Crazy. How many people do you think were watching that level to look for an opportunity for a sell up there?
It's a great question. I wish I was. I wish I was one of them.
Short, short, short.
To the tick.
Short.
I don't know if it's intentional, whatever it
short.
is, or maybe they were short and they
short.
all of their position back up to where they were short, so we don't have convinced buyers. And that's the thing, Hogue, right? Where
short.
We see,
long.
I think it's
potentially long.
Safe to say that a lot of that move that we saw yesterday was short covering. Short covering doesn't mean new buying, right? So could that just be the area where they had to cover that short and we continue lower now? Last thing we'll take a look at is this 200 moving average on the 30-minute chart. And I got to give a shout out to my guy, Coach Paul. Anytime we're under this 200 moving average on the 30-minute, he's looking to sell. That's up at 53.18 right now. So if I do get long in this market, we got some targets to the upside, 52.85 and then 53.18.
Awesome. Hey, you're the one that coined the phrase, that price meant something to somebody.
Something to Yes, it did. Yeah, 52.85.
You also quoted somebody that I think I know who might have said this. When there's no bad news, equities just continue to grind higher. So we're going to need more bad news to push this market lower, don't you think?
Agreed. I agree, Hogue. Yeah, we've been seeing selling the entire time. That selling has been, expedited by bad news. But if that bad news is gone, then we can see these markets start to rally. Shorts have to cover, new buying coming in, and they're waiting, right? It was a false headline, and we can see what the market's reaction was. So there's money waiting to buy this. They just need the go ahead to do so.
I can see all those hands on those mice, just waiting, waiting to buy. Just waiting to buy. And with the, I mean, that's a 10% increase in open interest over 3 days to the short side. A lot of short, a lot
Yep.
of new shorts, a lot of new shorts. All right, let's take a look at the Nasdaq now. I mean, it's almost the same same thing.
He almost said the same fucking thing.
Almost, pretty much.
He almost said
much the
same
same
fucking
story
thing
there,
out
isn't it?
loud on live TV.
I mean, here's the weekly.
Oops.
Here's the 200 session on the weekly, again showing signs of rejection down there. This was one day. This was a 1 day bar, 1 day weekly bar, just absolutely huge, But again, showing signs of excess below that 25% off the all-time high. Rejecting the 200 session moving average onto the daily. Again, excess low yesterday. What is excess? Excess is when price auctions too far in one direction, in this case to the downside. Sellers back off and buyers take over. This could indicate the cessation of the downside auction, at least for now.
We need to get a way to
And
put a
the
gate up on that
auction
kitchen
will
door
start
right there,
seems
entry, so they can
continuing
play around in
as we
there,
speak. Let me take these off here.
because they're not going to stop.
Averages there. That
And I don't-
brings
I-
things up a little bit.
It's a beautiful thing.
Added.
Just gets a little
5,100
crazy.
in open interest yesterday. The day before, added 13.
They're going to knock over a computer desk.
The day before, added 20,000, 13,000. What was this? 20,000, 13,000. Adding yesterday another 8,000 on overlapping the lower range, overlapping the lower value indicates more selling coming in. Even though this was a green bar, overlapping the lower indicating, that sellers were stronger and we did add open interest. So again, we've got a whole bunch of open interest telling us that there's a whole lot of new shorts in this market. If those new shorts start to get hurt, what do they have to do, Jay? They have to buy.
Gotta buy it.
Have to buy. So again, these markets are like a sore toe. And if you've ever had a sore toe, you can be damn sure you're going to bang it on something. So it all really just depends on how these deals go, what's going on with the tariffs. We do have some economic information later on in the week. We've got CPI and PPI Thursday and Friday respectively. Those could be some big numbers. Other than that, we have FOMC meeting minutes tomorrow.
Minutes tomorrow.
1
Yep.
p.m. Central. So if that does anything, I don't know. I think this market is so focused on these tariffs, and I don't think it really cares about anything else right now, except for, of course, inflation. And that could be CPI and PPI. So I don't know. We'll have to see. Anything standing out to you on this daily chart other than the S&P and the Nasdaq, both with the death cross?
On the daily, not so much. I think you kind of went over it there, Hogue. Similar levels that I'm looking at on the shorter time frame. If we go down to a 30-minute, again, we have that China tariff retaliation candle. 50% of that, almost to the tick, was our high of the day yesterday. I'm asking myself why this was not part of my analysis yesterday, but it is what it is. The low of that candle is 1893, and that 50% level is 18334. We'll zoom in a little bit more. The highest volume candle that we had yesterday on a 3-minute was at the high of the day. We saw that rejection, really quick sell-off, 17,768, and 50% of that is 1851. We can see where we were rejected on this rally, right? We had, Hogue said overnight inventory to the
Right
long
there.
side, right there to that 50%. So if we can't close above that, right? The S&Ps did, right? The S&Ps held above this using it as a support. The NASDAQ rejected, and it's also right around that 18,000 level. if we can't find buyers up here, and again, this short covering move is buyers or are buyers that needed to buy, right? They had to get out of that position. Do we have convinced enough buyers to hold positions up at these prices where we've seen rejection before? So right now, I'm thinking about a short in the Nasdaq, honestly, back down to the low of this range.
Yeah.
Just because we're not finding the buyers up above 18K right now.
I'm gonna
It
go
would
over and
take
look
some
at crude
quick
oil.
VWAP, that wouldn't it?
I'm gonna go look at crude
It
oil.
would.
They're gonna be
It
look.
would.
They're gonna be dialing into
Yeah,
crude here
fine.
in a minute. Let's go take a
Overnight
look.
inventory is long.
I was gonna ask you
Looking
about that,
at
Hogue. We have overnight inventory long, and they're positive almost 2.5% right now in the Nasdaq. Do you look at that going into the open at all? Like how big that percentage is, and if they need to reconcile at all?
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much just eyeball, where we opened last night was down here around 17,670, 674 approximately, and where we are now, we've moved price higher, so you can kind of assume that shorter time frame, weaker hands buyers, either covering some shorts or looking at getting into the long side. So, if you're looking for some sort of way to quantify overnight inventory, yeah, you could look at the percentage from.
I'm gonna have to take my
settlement.
dog out after the oil trade.
Dalton looks at settlement, so he would say yes, definitely for sure we have overnight inventory to the long side. Settlement to me, I look at the open last night, the opening price from last night. To
Gotcha.
look at overnight in. I mean, overnight didn't start till last night, right? So
Right.
neither of them is wrong. It's just doing things with consistency that might help. So I like your idea for a short down to that level, back down to VWAP. Problem is, where's the risk now?
I was just gonna say that. Yeah, if I could have sold it at 18K, which we could have a couple minutes ago, that would have been a much better trade, right? With a couple micros risking that high. But I do think there's about at least 100 points down to VWAP in this Nasdaq trade. And maybe the trade would be look at the S&Ps, which were holding up a little bit better at that 50% level that we were talking about, and maybe the S&P playing catch up to the Nasdaq would be the trade down to VWAP.
Ketchup.
No ketchup on your hot dogs, right?
No ketchup on my hot dog.
You guys just knock it off and muster up a trade.
Eddie. All right. Well, let's take a look at crude.
Hey, real quick here, another 5 minutes, 5-minute warning on our Red Book. We got
Red Book.
get out there.
It's a survey of like 6,000 retailers. How retail is doing. It might actually be somewhat impactful if there's any focus on inflation. I don't know. We'll keep an eye on that one. Thank you, Eddie. Weekly in crude oil. We're right in the middle of yesterday's large range. This is the weekly bar.
I'm
showing
thinking-
a little bit of sign of indecision down here.
I think it's gonna be a short.
It's just basically showing the break from balance we had last week and an attempted continuation. My question is always, Jay,
Where's the risk?
what direction is it attempting to go, and how good of a job is it doing getting there? Here's the daily. Here's the break. Here's the attempted continuation yesterday, and again, we have another doji-like bar. Indecision. Market is indecisive here. It's waiting for new information. It has left one area of balance and is now creating another area of balance in short time frame. We added 39,000 contracts in open interest just yesterday. Now that's an estimate. We added 54,000 the day before in open interest. We added 12,000 the day before. So we're adding open interest on a down move indicates short selling. Those short sellers don't see what they're looking for. There could be a rip to the upside. Could it happen? Will it happen? Did it happen yesterday? Who knows? But we've got an inside extended trading hour range right now. Anything stick out to you on this daily, Jay?
On the daily, the one thing that sticks out, Hogue, is that volume from yesterday, right? We had it's the highest volume candle that we had all year on the daily so far.
Yeah.
and it was a indecisive candle, right? So, like you said, we came down to a price with, first time we're trading under $60 in a couple of years here, and you have to think that there are going to be some buyers that step in there, whether they're covering their shorts or they're the landman and they want to keep crude oil above these prices. A lot of indecision. If I'm looking at crude right now, for a trade for today, because of that price action that we had yesterday, it needs to break out of this balance range. If we look at the 30-minute open from last night and we attach a VWAP to it, it's a flat line, right? So this market so far has not decided anything, and we've seen sometimes in Europe that crude chooses the direction for the day, but it hasn't, right? It tried to sell off, got down near that $60 level and bounced right back up. Right now, I would be patient in crude, just waiting kind of to see whether or not we get a response to anything. Headline markets right now could get this thing moving. We saw it yesterday with that $3 spike, but right now in crude it's imbalanced, and I don't see too much opportunity.
I'm with you.
I love these guys.
I mean, we're opening, in essence, right in the middle of value from yesterday. That big jump in open interest, 39,000. Could you pick a direction, which direction that open interest came in on this? There's excess at the low, there's excess at the high. Value is lower. I'm viewing that as additional new sellers coming into this market, but I'm with you, Jamie. We're right in the middle of the value area, right in the middle of the range, relatively close to the center of the initial balance. I don't think we have too much as far as overnight inventory. Here's our overnight inventory, approximately 6103. We're trading right there. Eddie, what you got?
Red Book, they were looking at a 4.8, coming out at 7.2, and that's definitely positive for the U.S. dollar. Big move to the upside on Red Book.
He went straight for the cage.
Thank you, Johnny.
Thank you. All right. Do we see some action here off of Red Book? Let's see.
Looking at gold
Big
here.
jump. That's a big jump.
All right, let's take a look at gold. Getting a little pop here. Well, maybe not. Here, hang on. This is the weekly. This is the daily. Actually,
We're back
weekly.
in gold.
We kind of pointed this out yesterday. The areas of balance are getting closer and closer together. The right now the momentum is certainly slowed to the upside. I don't think we've broken market state to the upside in the longer time frame here just yet. Daily. All right, 3 down days and an uptrend. 3 down days and an uptrend. We added 8,000 in open interest yesterday. We added we lost 19,000. So these first 2 red days were long liquidation, as would be expected. We just came off all-time highs. First thing you're going to do is you're going to take some profit off if we start seeing this market turn the other direction. Yesterday we added open interest. Maybe we've started to trap some shorts down there. What do you think, Jay?
I think so. I think so as well, Hogue. This VWAP, this overnight VWAP in gold is holding up pretty nicely. This might be an opportunity for some longs here.
Crude? Or,
Well, here's that 30-minute chart.
Look at it, gold again.
We got it on yours right now. Talk about your levels there.
Yeah.
Okay,
So we have this overnight VWAP, which is 3018. We can see we're trying to sell below it. Not seeing convinced sellers below that as well.
All right, there
this
goes
market has been
there
in
goes
an uptrend.
oil.
We said we had a couple pullback days on higher volume, and risk here would be about 10 points. Just below this kind of swing here. I'm trying to think whether or not there's another spot to put that risk. It gets kind of expensive if you're looking at that 3,000 level to hold.
Yeah.
Maybe better trade
Where
location a
you're-
little bit later. Go ahead, Hogue.
I'm with you on that. I'm just looking at where you were looking at your stop. I was looking at that to get in.
Yeah. Just about to get in there. Yep.
Because we do have.
a little
I mean,
flush.
there's some pretty considerable overnight inventory to the long side here.
Right.
Still. And we're in range. We're in value. I think better trade locations are going to happen as the day goes on.
Agreed.
But if we can't hold that VWAP, You know that's where all those stops are going to be, Jay. Right around 3008.
Yeah. Let's not be one of those. Let them get stopped out first, and and then we'll take it from there.
Yep, we'll take those stops.
Yep.
I like the evil laugh when I think I've got something.
Are we gonna look at the crude opening range trade? I know we're in balance, but we may get some volume to push us out of this balance on that open.
Let's see the size of it. JD, what do you think?
The market is in pre-opening.
Am I on it? We got the 1 minute. I got the 1 minute chart up in crude oil right now, waiting for the bell. Top of the hour, 8 o'clock Central Time is
There it
regular
is.
trading hours.
There it
for
is.
Crude oil.
Waiting.
No, 71% long.
There you go.
Not me.
Why?
Not me.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what
Why?
you're saying too, but
Well,
Why?
58% of the
Not
money
me.
there, and average price
Oh, that's good.
$61, even.
30 seconds to the opening bell in crude.
Seems excessive for the flatness that it's been in all night.
right.
20.
I still think it's short.
Wow. What's it all mean then?
My God, man.
Very sideways price action in the last hour.
Maybe they're looking for a move back up to that spike from yesterday, right? That 62.40.
I
area.
might take a scalp off of this real quick.
Order filled. That's about half that, isn't it, Jay?
Half that is 63.13.
Position a little stupid, but I'll take it.
There we go, world.
Crude is open for business. Crude is open.
Hey, can I help you?
Unlock the door. Let them in.
Well, you know, I mean,
Order
Brent
filled.
and
In another
WTI
contract.
both took a tumble.
I'm taking. See money, take
14%
money.
Since April 2nd's announcement of these.
Order
I'll take.
filled.
I'll take $150.
It's a big drop.
Yeah, this will be another one of those markets that'll be probably drastically affected if something changes.
$160. That is.
Right now, there's a
pretty-
little hope in these markets that that it's going to get resolved. 11 tick opening range so far, JD.
Yep, I'm
Well-
loading for a 2-lot right now.
Got to take the dog out for a
Loaded
dump.
for bear.
Loaded for bear. Alright. Working our stop to get short. And working our stop entry to get long. Working 2 lots on either side of the opening range in crude oil. Actually. There we go.
Eddie just posting some interesting information, especially here during the opening of crude oil. Senior White House official order directs agencies to prioritize coal leasing on federal lands. Energy friendly, ladies and gentlemen. Energy friendly.
There you have it. No entry, no trigger entry in crude oil yet. We're right in the middle of the opening range again. Seems to be a theme,
typical,
right?
JD. If it's typical, we could be in here for 15 minutes before we get a fill on anything.
Yeah, seriously.
We are on the lower end of the range right now.
Would you consider this a bigger opening range for crude, a smaller opening range? We got about what 12 ticks here.
12 ticks. It's on the tighter end. That's why we're trading a 2-lot for it, or on it.
Okay.
Anything wider than 25 ticks, stick with a 1-lot, just to mitigate
Gotcha.
risk a little better.
So yesterday's was a 12 tick opening range as well.
All right, we are short 1 crude oil, 61.03. We have been stopped
19
into the
ticks
market.
The day before that. Day before that, 73. 25 ticks the day before that. It's on the smaller end.
Smaller end, yeah. We're taking 15 ticks of heat. Should we, because that opening range is so tight, should we expand our risk a little bit? What looks like a good CYA on the upside? Above 22? Right now we're sitting at 18. Is that too tight?
Yeah, you gotta give it a few ticks just so that they can take out the stops that are probably up there, like ours.
Yep, like ours. All right, I
61
moved it up to
27.
27. All right, that works for me.
All right. Coach J has set the price.
Coach J is at the price. All right, we're taking 24 ticks of heat on this opening range trade in crude oil. Short a pair, 61.03. House account. What was the hum for? What are we humming to?
Just thinking. I got 1923 stuck in my head. That last episode on Sunday was wild.
I didn't catch it.
Watching it, huh?
It's funny because, 1923. Well, I have a picture of my grandpa. It was probably like 1920, and he was a mechanic working on like the old Fords. 1920s. He's got like an engine block in front of him, and I'm thinking, this movie is like 100 years old. It's about time back then, and he was in South Dakota at the time, but he was probably just out of high school or just in high school. He was a Ford mechanic in 1920. Still have the picture.
Turning to the markets.
It's just amazing. It's just you've got all this time, all these generations between then and now. Watching that on TV and seeing those cars and thinking about, okay, well, my grandparents were alive then. They were in their 20s.
That's pretty crazy.
Short on crude. I told you. Not yet. Probably right here.
What do you watch 1923 on, Hogue? That's like the sequel
Right
to
here.
Yellowstone,
Filled.
right?
Yeah.
I'll take it right here.
okay.
18 something. And then
I'm gonna double into that bad boy.
Yellowstone, and it's all the same family, and it's their story about where they came from.
There's a
how they
couple
got to
spin-off shows on it.
Gotcha.
Might have got my ass handed to me
It's
here.
on
Do
Paramount.
you like
Paramount.
Do you like
Plus, or
19
whatever.
Do you like 1923 better than Yellowstone?
Yeah.
Did you find Yellowstone to be a little too fantastical at times? A little too out there?
I still
Order
like it.
filled.
I'm getting it again. It's practice account.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I like them all.
Yeah, true.
1887 or whatever that one was. I mean, how hard was life back then? And even in 1923, life was freaking hard back then. Here we go. All right.
Crew
Just
pub.
hit the
Crude oil
stops.
not liking us too much.
Just hit the stops.
Just ran through them. Hit a high at 24. That's where
It's gonna roll over. I'm
that's
gonna
where
be
I
all right.
initially moved the stop to.
That was a grab up in that.
27 on Coach. Oh, and we're
They
out.
got
There
us.
it is.
All
They
right.
got us.
They got us. All right. House count down $150. One winner, one loser on opening range trades this morning. Man, it didn't even give us a tick. We weren't in the money for even a tick on the downside there.
No. Did we slip that one tick?
No slippage on the entry, but it didn't even give us one tick in the money on that trade.
Nothing.
There we go.
About face. Didn't about face.
I'm in
till-
3
Stingy.
contracts. I'm gonna hold for about
Yeah.
$300 at least.
Not a very good
At least.
opening range trade for crude oil. It's not going to work every day, though, but you have to take it every day, right? That's our mantra.
Well, I mean, it's always a low probability trade, and I thought it was pretty low probability.
Oh, getting my ass
Particularly
kicked.
today. We opened right in the middle of value, right in the middle of the range.
But we okay.
No direction from VWAP, anything like that. So, but if you don't take it, you don't get it.
Exactly. Good follow through to the upside.
I'm gonna get killed this trade. Thank God it's practice.
JD, if we can, I know we talked about what we can do with these opening range trades. If you want to meet a little bit later, I have an idea where we have either an opening range trade or the opening range fade, where
I still think
that
we're okay.
fake out to the downside could actually be the buy opportunity to catch this move in the other direction. And we'll put some rules around that. But I have an idea for that.
I wouldn't be this
Interesting.
deep, and I'd
I have
already.
some questions too.
I would already cut it
How do you
if I
fade
was
it?
in a real
you
account.
Hold off. You wait for the second opportunity
right
to
back.
get in. So say
Good.
so say we establish our opening range and we're trading towards the lower end. Instead of taking the short on the very first signal, do we wait for a second signal and then
Yeah.
play the
Or do you
play
take,
the fade if
or
we
do you
don't
take
get the
long
signal?
once it takes out the high of the opening range?
So if we have my screens up real quick, what we're going to base this on, I'm going to do crude oil and gold. So crude oil, for example, right? I attach VWAP to this all the time. If this VWAP is not a sharp angle, and it's a quick read because we don't get to see it like this, we see it like this, right? But if this VWAP is a flat angle, the minute we leave the range, if VWAP is still flat this way, then we don't take it, and once we close back above it, then we take the long.
Alright, let's see what happens
Yeah,
here.
And
learn
then
more about this.
in gold, we would have taken this because of that angle. You see how that VWAP angle is sharp to the downside? We're still only getting a 1 minute candle. This one we do take, and that's the one we took. That VWAP kind of pushed us lower, and that one's still holding. But in crude oil, because that stayed flat, this would be a fade instead of a continuation.
We're going to stay with Topstep till fast
Okay.
markets open, see who's riding with them on fast market session. Then we're going to jump over to
talked
some
about
music
expanding
and
the-
start scalping.
The opening range to 2 minutes or 3 minutes or 5 minutes. If you guys want, I can go back and look at the performance of these opening ranges with bigger time frame opening bars. I've done that a few times, like in the equities, and in the equities, they're so streaky. It's going to work 8 out of 10 days, and then it's not going to work for another 20 days.
Right.
But
Exactly.
different markets are a little bit different.
Gonna play like that, go in the kitchen.
Hey, JD, we just saw crude hit 83% long. It just took a drop down to 79.
Mhm.
See if we can have that 80 play like you talk about.
That was the play for quite a bit. Yeah, anytime you saw crude oil tilt up above 80 just after the open, a reversal was imminent, right? And we're seeing that again today.
Yep.
Pattern is still intact with that. Tilt has been a
Ooh.
decent indicator. Tops and bottoms in crude oil.
Is tweeting already.
Oh, here we go. Headline
Yeah, we
risk,
got
folks.
some,
Headline risk is on.
China wants to make a deal badly. Says that we're waiting for China's call. I could just imagine seeing them all sitting around a phone waiting for it to ring.
I'm gonna call now.
It's
Who's
not
gonna pick it up? Who's gonna pick it up?
Noonan.
Eddie, when he calls you, you pick it up and tell him I'm busy.
White House, can you hold, please?
I can't wait till we get Jack in the press room at the White House. That will be the new golden age of Topstep TV.
There you go.
Jack Pelzer, political correspondent.
Top step.
Topstep.
Well, if they're
Yeah,
making
don't
a
see what
deal,
new
I don't
highs
want to
in
short
crude
this
oil.
anymore.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna switch back over to equities. Let's set up our fast market friends for success. What do you think about an opening range trade in either the ES or the NQ? Let's switch over to a 1 minute chart on NASDAQ.
Hey.
We're above range, above value from yesterday. Got
Mm-hmm.
an overnight VWAP in the NQ down at 17,855. We're well above that, and we're seeing some decent buying coming in right now.
Which one do you like? Jay, do you like NASDAQ? Do you like S&P?
I
Let's
would go
go
with the
back
S&P.
over. Yeah, I was just gonna say let's switch back over to the S&P. All right, pulling up the 1 minute
Just-
chart of the ES. Just because it's been a
That's
little
right
more
in the
liquid
NASDAQ.
than the NASDAQ.
Yep.
Yeah.
A little more spry.
So got about 17 minutes until the opening bell in equities, 8:30 a.m. Central Time. I saw somebody asking in the chat, what's New York time versus Chicago time? There's a 1 hour difference. So
Yes.
8:30 a.m. Central Time would be 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time.
Just chilling. Just
But
chilling.
the case for the opening range trade.
I'm in a 3 contract.
I mean, we're above value.
Oh shit, 6 contracts.
Right,
I'm in a 6 contract
I guess
oil
what you
trade
do is,
practice
it
account.
It could go right away.
Getting my ass handed to me.
It feels like it wants to go right now. Yesterday's high up
yeah,
at
it does.
52.86 half. Yesterday's high.
I still think it's coming down.
30-point moves are nothing in the S&P right now. Also, yesterday we had a 70-point ripper in just under 2 minutes in the ES. It was wild.
80's still holding in the crude.
Yeah,
80%.
I'm out.
Order
64%
fill.
in the
I ain't
money.
fucking with it no more. I'm moving over.
Money.
Moving over to the
Gold,
count.
yes.
The count.
Gold.
Gold
Tyrell.
pop.
Gold.
Oh, you're 40.
Sliding back over the
Your 49.88
NQ.
weekly kickoff
Well, let's go
level.
look at the SP real quick. They're looking at the
Absolutely.
SP.
Beyond decent yesterday.
Yeah. S&P is
Looking
really
at
just bounced off it a dozen times.
It did. That held
NQ.
as a
I gotta go
perfect
back
line
to
in the
NQ.
sand going into the close.
NASDAQ.
Moving, I tell you. That yellow metal.
Yep.
I love gold.
Got our
Yeah.
overnight high, which we just made, 52.57 half. Tapping on the ceiling of new highs again right now.
Squeezing some shorts and gold, maybe.
Boys and girls, we are coming to the end of opening call.
Squeezy.
Squeezy Wheezy.
Yes, Eddie, what's on the docket for the rest of the day? What do we have to look forward to here on Topstep TV?
We got some cool shit coming up here. Coming up here for Fast Markets. Well, we've got another great all-star lineup this morning. Fast Markets. Coach Dakota and Barron. Coach Dakota locked in 636 yesterday in his live funded account, and after a day like yesterday, that's a pretty penny. Barron recently quit his job to become a full-time trader. Even though he's coming off a losing day yesterday, nothing will stop Barron from jabbing his way back up. And taking a look at what else we've got here on the docket. 0 Day J and Cove Trader going to meet up with Andre a little later on this afternoon. We got Coach Jack, his VIP update, and Coach Hoop with his VIP update. We got Elmira, number 112 on the big board. And end the day here, we got John London. Buddy Johnny London going to end the day here with Power Hour. That's what we got here. But I'm going to pass this back to you guys. Any last words before we take a break?
Headline risk is back on, folks. Well, it hasn't been off the last couple days, but we've seen headlines piling in all morning so far. So make sure you have keep your eyes and ears on the news as well as the charts, and have a great trading day. Coach Jay, Ogue, what do we got?
Trade well, manage your risk. Don't be, afraid to use a couple micros in this environment, because I think it's going to be a ton of opportunity, but that means a ton of opportunity to lose as well. So manage your risk.
Cool. Johnny Hobbs?
Hey, take a deep breath. Stay humble, grateful, creative, and centered. Pray for peace. Get yourself some more whiskey. I mean, coffee, and be ready for the trading day.
Put some Jamesons in that coffee. All right, folks, we're going to take a little break, and we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
We promise.
All right, let's get dialed in a little tighter on this. A little bit more.
Why Topstep? Because traders shouldn't have to risk everything to participate in the markets. And since 2012, we've provided capital to over 10,000 futures traders just like you. From the pits in Chicago to screens in over 143 countries, we've been motivated by one simple idea. We don't care who you are or where you learn to trade. If you pass Topstep's trading evaluation, you'll be invited to trade with our capital in a fully funded account. As a Topstep funded trader, you keep 90% of profits and we take the losses. We also offer educational resources for all levels, live classes, and free group coaching from a team with over a century of professional trading experience. We're invested in your success. So what are you waiting for? Ditch the brokerage account, start learning by doing, and become a Topstep funded trader today.
How do you manage your emotions in trading? Are you taking anything from the ski, like professionalizing your mindset to get that in the right spot that you've done over the
right.
your last 20 years?
Yeah.
We're 10 minutes before the
Bring it
bell.
up to the trading
We're
world.
going to silence
Yeah, I
these
mean,
dudes.
you-
Bloop. And we're going to run around a little bit. Come over here, get some money. All right, let's come over here. Let's get some fucking tunes kicking. What are we going to listen to this morning? Let's take a look-see. Let's see what this is. Going to be focused real into price action, real intently. Got all day to trade, don't need to do it all right now. Not going to chase trades. I'm locked and loaded. Got a wide $1,500 risk. I got 3 trades and I'll be locked out for the day in this account. Got to make them count. Not going to take any trades till after the open, let things settle down a little bit. Ooh, we're up there. We're up there. Almost 43 points on the swing ATR. I think we're going to change pace a little bit. I'm not doing it. I want to trade that, but I'm not doing it. Hands off the button. Nothing before the open. Too close to the open. open in 2 minutes. Going to be really locked into price action today. Not going to be in too much of a hurry to get into my first trade. Got 3 trades, got to make them work. I'll be locked out after 3 trades. I reserve the right not to take all 3 trades.
Market is open.
Open. Market open. No rush, no hurry. No rush, no hurry. Three trades, got to make them count. Heavy risk. Could fuck up and be down. Just in one trade, could fuck up, be down $1,500 in a second. Got to be careful. I know what to look for. I have to watch for it. Opportunity, thousands of screen time hours. I know what opportunity looks like. I just gotta wait for it, be patient, trust myself, take action. News is out of the way other than potential headline issues. Let me try a little something different here. Let's open up a little bit more. Get a really good look at this motherfucker. locked in tight on that price action, just paying attention, watching, feeling the market. No way. It's got more in it. I'm starting to consider a short.
What am I supposed to do if I want to talk about peace and understanding? But you only understand the language of the soul. What if I want to make you understand that the path you chose leads to downfall? But you only understand the language of the soul. What if I want to tell you to leave me and my beloved ones in peace? But you only understand the language of the soul.
Order filled.
I might have got tagged.
Order filled.
Yep, I got tagged. Shit. Cool. Okay, we're gonna have to close down to one contract. 2 contracts was just too much. Now we got to get out of that hole.
Order filled. Order filled.
Okay, we got to take a breath. We got to relax. Got a little goofy there, got a little turned around. Yeah, I should never been at 2 contracts. One contract's all we need. Market conditions are $51 ATR, roughly, give or take. Okay, I'm gonna wait a minute. I'm not getting in that. Finger off the button. Breathing, relaxing. Finger on the button for a short. Show me, don't tell me. Not convinced yet. Just not convinced. No, I'm not getting into that action. I took a hit right out of the gate. Was down almost $1,100. I think $10.50. Took a breath, stepped back, adjusted my perimeters a little bit to allow me to get out, but keeping the perimeters still tight. Gave myself an extra couple trades. Size down to one contract. Show me, don't tell me. See money, take money. Trading a tight range. Quite a bit of buying pressure. Finger off the button, not fucking with it. It's only been open for 15 minutes. All day to trade. Don't need to make it all back right now. It's kind of how I got myself in trouble with that first hit. All right, we're starting to think about it here. Not yet. Nope. Nope. That's how quick shit can get fucked up. You saw what happened in that first trade out the gate. Can't panic, can't freak out, gotta manage it. Accept the loss. I cut it before it got to the full 1500. Nope. Nope. I'm really thinking it's heavy here. If it wasn't trading at that exactly at that level, I'd probably be in it right now. I don't think it's ready. $50 seconds, new 3-minute candle. Two seconds, new candle.
Order filled. Order filled.
$240. I gotta check my trades. I got 2 trades remaining. I don't want that many. 7 maybe? Six. Doesn't do no good that I'm changing this in the middle of everything, but it's what I gotta do. I'm still keeping it tight. The energy is, there's too much buying pressure for me to be taking shorts right now, I think, at this level. Taking a breath, relaxing. What? What? Ah! What? Okay. I gotta take my dog out. Ah! Will you wait a second? I needed that breather anyway. Got myself in $1,000 hole right off the bat. Boom. 1,000 even. Done hacked half of that back. It's not ideal that I begin to manipulate my structure in the middle of trading, but fuck it. Still trying to keep it tight. I think there's a short coming. I'm gonna wait for it. My goal right now is just get out of that red ink. I'm not trying to get out of that red ink because I'm fearful of it. It's a grind sometimes. And these conditions here lately have been insane. I love it. All right, we're going to change up the tunes a little bit. We're going to change up the tunes a hair bit. I haven't heard this one before. Let's check it out. Not digging it. Taking a breath, relaxing, just chilling. Just riding, just watching, just chilling. Such is the markets. Got the volume coming in there. Nope. 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 starting to like it, but not yet. Not convinced. Yeah, I'm not convinced. I love this part right here in this tune.
Money and the girls in the drop top. I got the bass in your face, make your neck pop. I take a shot, then I dance, and I won't stop. Wanna feel the bass shake in the rooftop. Wanna feel the bass, wanna feel the bass, wanna feel the bass, wanna feel the bass shake, 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 shake.
I'm not doing it.
Wanna feel the bass shake in the rooftop. Wanna feel the bass.
I'm not convinced.
Girls in the drop top.
Lollygagging. Lollygagging. Little lollygagging going on there. Little lollygagging. It's heavy, but it's lollygagging. Not a lot of volume. Not on the higher, shorter frames. Higher short time frames.
Girls in the drop top. Wanna feel the bass. I got the bass in your face making.
Got all day. I ain't gotta make it all right now.
Girls in the drop top. Wanna feel the bass.
Getting heavier.
I got the bass in your face making.
Not convinced though. Yeah, I'm not convinced. Motherfucker's gonna tap that high again. This is headline trading. This is news. That's what's going on right now. I think, my opinion. I'm waiting for it. It's heavy. But I'm not convinced. It's not committing. Fingers on the button though. Yep. You know what would be really good cool on that property? A pole barn. With a couple of apartments up at the top where you can walk around in the inside up top and look down at the garage area at the bottom. Yeah, yeah. With a circular drive coming in right there. this is a push before drop, but I'm not. It's gonna have to show me, don't tell me. I've been waiting for this. We'll see what happens. Fingers on the button, no. Fingers on the motherfucking button. Just not convinced. Show me, don't tell me. Trading sideways, hasn't picked a direction. Banging right around the high of the day. Fingers off the button. I'm gonna change up that music. What's this about? Starting to like it. Show me, don't tell me. Starting to like it. It's gonna have to show me though. Show me, don't tell me. See the money, take the money. Starting to like it again. Getting heavy. Show me, don't tell me. I think our ATR is probably way down. 63. Not doing it. Fuck feelings. Show me, don't tell me. See the money, take the money. Little pain never hurt nobody. Here it goes. Come on, baby. Come on. Do it. Do it. Do it. Motherfucker. It's a tease factory. Fucking tease factory. Alright, we're changing up the music again. Just not feeling it. I mean, it's alright and all that, but I wonder what this is about. I'll give it a couple minutes, see what happens. Really starting to like it. Really starting to like it. I almost want to go right there, but I'm not going to do it yet. I think when it goes, it's gonna fucking go.
It needs to go somewhere, or it becomes poison. It will kill you from.
But it's just not ready, and I'm not convinced, man.
That when this rage cannot stay buried in me for one more second. That a primal scream is the only satisfying release.
It's almost a good spot, but as soon as I hit that button, it's gonna go fucking right back up. I'm just not ready. I'm not convinced yet.
Order filled.
Ah, I just got popped. Maybe. Did I get popped? There it goes. Come on, baby. Come on.
Order filled.
I'll take $90. I'm not sitting in that trade any longer. ain't got nowhere to be, ain't got nothing to do but sit right here and watch this market and wait for that opportunity. I'm in the right place, doing the right thing at the right time. There's just not a lot of momentum in there right now. I mean, of course, there's momentum on the 100 tick and a little bit more momentum on the 1 minute, but there is really no momentum on that 3 minute chart. Let's take a look. See what it really looks like overall. Not yet. Not yet.
Even gods must answer for their sins.
Yes, they must. Alright, here we come. Here we go, here we go. Yeah, not yet. It's a lot of not yets. Go.
Order filled. Order filled.
It was only $80, but I'll take it. Give me a pullback, give me a pullback, give me a good pullback. In it.
Order filled. Order filled.
$120. All right, I'm chilling. I don't want to get to chasing. My only goal right now is get back to the green. Not because I'm scared of the red, but because it's the right thing to do. Taking a breath, taking a breath, taking a swig of coffee, taking a breath, taking a swig of coffee. Get off of me. No. I've taken you out 19,000 times. I'm in the middle of trading. You're going to relax and wait. At this point, I'll just clean it up off the floor. I feel like I'm trying to invent trades. I need to relax. Breathing, breathing. Gotta remember to breathe. Gotta remember to breathe. Won't do no good if I pass out in the middle of a position, because I ain't breathing. Starting to look heavy. I'm liking it. Starting to look heavy. I want to take a look at something. Patience. Patience. Patience is a difficult thing when you're a scalper. Patience. Wait for it. You go looking for a trade, you're going to find one. Gotta let the trade come to you. Gives me a pullback, I'm gonna take it.
Order filled. Order filled.
Woo! $85. Market volatility, baby. Give me that money right motherfucking now. Fuck your waiting. I think I got 3 more trades, and I need to make them count. Checking that now. 3 more to go. I need to not change that anymore today. All right, we're getting ready to take some more trades. Finger on the button. Got to give me a good pullback. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, can't do it. These are probably some of the most difficult markets ever traded in a very long time. Give me a pullback. Give me a pullback.
Order filled.
That might have just got me tagged. Waiting, wait. Take it.
Order filled.
All right. I need to stop chasing. I need to relax. Really focused in on that price action right now. Just trading sideways, man. Sideways. Sideways and tight, but with a fucking huge ATR. Fuck, man. These are probably some of the most difficult markets ever traded. Brutality at its finest. Breathing. Take a breath. Relax. It's only 9:45. All right, I'm starting to like it.
Order filled. Order filled.
$25. It's hard. It's hard reaching up and grabbing that money right now. All right, see what I got. What do I got? Fuck. Oh. Taking a breath, breathing, breathing, breathing. Breathing. Woosa, woosa.
Order filled.
I just got popped. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Hold. Relax. 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 Take the money.
Filled.
Whew! $105. Markets are fucking insane, motherfucker. Ah! Helps to be a little bit more than a little bit insane right along with them. Give me the pain. Show me the blood and guts. All right, guys. Do I take that one last trade? It's always that one last trade that tanks your account. And because I've learned that the hard way, all day lockout. Boom. But watch this. All right, we're right back where we started. We preserved our curve, our equity curve. We're still sitting at a 73% success rate. We only lost one trade today, which was a fucking boozer, dude. My trade percent today for the day was 90%, and I'm still down to break even because I took that $1,000 hit. But I managed the curve. I managed it. I kept my cool. And because I know the markets, well, I hate to say I know the markets, but because I know me and the markets, I'm stopping right now. This is what I wanted to preserve right here. Live to fight another day. This is, boom, look at that. Wham! Woohoo! That's beautiful. That's even kind of more beautiful than a fucking green curve, dude. Yeah, baby. I kept $400 for the week. Yeah, overall, great day. Where I fucked up is I started changing my parameters in the middle of the trading day. I had myself set to 3 trades, and I'm like, fuck that. I took that $1,100 hit, and I'm like, fuck that, and I opened everything up. And I worked my way out of it. You've got to know how to do that. And that can be very, very, very dangerous. But here we are. All right, I'm going to take a break. Stop the video here. I'm going to come back a little bit later, jump into my 5 copy traded accounts, try to put $1,000, $2,000 on the bottom line. Still early in the day. This is for entertainment purposes only. Don't try this at home. Don't be a laggard. Don't be a fuckhead. You need at least 100, 200 hours of screen time to even have any idea what you're doing. You need thousands of screen time hours before you're ever going to be on the positive side of the market in a consistent manner to make money. The markets will pull your bones out of your body and leave you a pile of goo on the ground. You won't even know what happened. Out.